Hey guys, so we're back with Beacon Pines. Took a little bathroom break. Got my little Arizona tea. We're gonna do another episode, about an hour. Might even do another one. I don't know. We'll see. Probably gonna crash for a nap before too long because it's just what I do, especially on a Sunday. It is Sunday. But without further ado, let's jump into this.
Through thick and thin. Despite Luca's bitterness, Gran was right. He needed to hash things out with Rollo. A big fight changes the nature of a friendship. Whether, in the end, it is for the better or for the worse, all comes down to understanding. If one is not careful, the same familiarity that builds the strongest of bonds can become the wrecking ball that shatters them.
It's
Luca
true.
emerged from seclusion, taking in the crisp festival air. But the events of the day weren't on his mind. He had to find Rollo.
Should I go to the treehouse or should I go to town? Oh, well. There you are. Luca, Rollo wanted me to tell you something. What is it?
Roxy rolled her eyes, shaking her head.
A space adventure, though you needn't buy it. If ye be brave, go somewhere quiet. Roxy, I don't... It's a riddle, Luca. My goofy little brother wants you to find
Luca
him.
looked down and kicked at the dirt.
Look, I know you two had a fight. The only thing more annoying than my little brother is my little brother without his best friend. So I'm doing him this one favor. Now I need one favor from you. Whatever it is that went down between you two, squash it. Okay. That to me sounds like the library, so that's where we shall
The road
go.
leading to Beacon Pines was long and uninspiring. A sort of natural barrier for the impatient.
I guess that's not the way we normally would go. Okay, I do not want to talk to all these people. Unique New York. Unique New York. Huh? Oh, don't mind me. Just warming up for my big ceremony speech.
Mr. Kerr pointed to his grinning mouth.
Gotta limber up the old gab box. You nervous? Oh, heavens no. Well, break a leg. Give me the gift of a grip sock. I think that's what that said. How goes the beetle hunt? Pretty rotten. I haven't seen so much as an exuviae. And it's not just the beetles. This morning I couldn't find any critters at all. It's like everything that buzzes or skitters just packed up and left. I'm sure they're out there somewhere. Maybe all the commotion of the festival just spooked them. Yeah, maybe that's it. Well, that sounds suspicious and like maybe something to do with the green goo or something else. Welcome to our festival. Don't forget to come back later for Mr. Kerr's speech. I know I do this a lot. I was looking at some footage and I'm talking and I'm doing this. I apologize if that's irritating. I also adjusted my camera because when I'm sitting upright, before anyway, I was like framed nicely in the thing, but I tend to like hunch forward and I just don't have good posture. So if I'm not centered in the thing all the time, I'm also like leaning over here. I apologize. You're not watching me anyway, you're watching the game, so whatever. And then I just punched the microphone. Whatever. You don't want to miss it. Can't even talk to that one. I don't know who Perennial Harvest thinks they're impressing with this ridiculous festival. Totally. The town's still falling apart. The weather's still cruddy, and this season's harvest looks like it's going to be worse than last year's. You said it. No amount of corporate pandering is going to change any of that. Exactly. But the lemonade at the drink stand over there does look pretty tasty. Fitz, I'm still going to be mad at them. I'd just rather be mad while sipping some delicious lemonade is all. I don't know why I'm like, I can't commit to the high-pitched voice. I don't know if I'm just afraid of screeching because despite how it may sound, I can do a pretty high voice, but for some reason I'm like scared to do it, so I'll try. I know I'm not really committing to her and the mom with the high-pitched voice, but we'll get there. This guy just keeps ending up with more and more stuff around him. Ain't moving. You said it, bud.
Jeff was staring into the distance with a wistful look.
Hey, Jeff. Everything all right? Huh? Yeah, everything's fine. I mean, used to be fine. Just ain't right these days, you know? I really do, actually.
Jeff turned to Luca with a furrowed brow, then gave an understanding nod.
You do, don't ya?
For a moment, the two now shared that same wistful gaze.
And over. Oh, I was gonna say, is he back to normal? But again, we changed timelines. Every single time. Yup. Wait for it. Unexplained sound once again noted. I should do like a robot voice for them, because they're totally not real people. Like clockwork. What a bunch of drones. How festive to tie balloons to the trash can lid. A most welcoming of welcomes. Would you like to share your thoughts? Is that too much? We always strive to improve. Nope. This is the first time I've seen this many smiling faces since the foul harvest. I had my doubts about perennial harvest, but I must admit they do put on a nice party. What's she gonna say this time? Nothing. Piper, you're actually taking a break from studying? I wanted to see what all the festival fuss is about. But I can't help but notice. You still brought your backpack full of books. Luca, backpacks can carry a lot more than just books. True, true. So what you got in there? Books? I was able to return the perennial harvest safety suit you borrowed. That character is so beautiful. I don't think anyone noticed. Good. Now will you tell me what you needed it for? I guess I'm not doing a deep voice. Now, will you tell me what you needed it for? It was a favor for an enemy of my enemy. This isn't going to harm Mr. Kerr, is it? All you need to know is that it's for the good of the family. Is that Eris? Who is that? Who are you? Who are you? You're pretty. Who are you? Okay. Moving on. The library.
Jeff's hardware closed down about a year ago. The effects of the foul harvest stretched wide. When there are no crops in the field, tractors don't need fixing.
It's true. Hey, Luca.
Kato's eyes lit with excitement.
I've been expecting you. Bravo on deciphering the first riddle. The first riddle? The first. Me too, Luca. Oh, you didn't think that was all, did you? Rolo does go all out, doesn't he?
Kato straightened up and cleared his throat as if preparing to sing.
On planet Farpul, you may take issue. When the fifth king dies, you'll need a tissue.
Kato stared at Luca eagerly.
Get it? Want me to tell you? No, it's okay. Let me figure it out. Alright, when you find it, bring it here to be verified. And if you decide you want a hint, the offer still stands. When the fifth king dies... I have no idea.
Luca grabbed The Adventures of Hank Atomic, issue number 5, from the shelf.
Okay. Ah, you found it!
Kato removed his book from the desk and replaced it with Luca's, turning on the lamp. As he slid the book under the purple light, 2 words glowed. The Adventures of Hank Atomic, Issue 5. Luca clicked
That
his
wasn't
tongue
so
with
hard.
recognition.
Rollo's cipher pen. He used to write secret messages everywhere with that. And only I had the special flashlight needed to reveal it. But I lost it. Well, apparently he traded Jeff for this purple light bulb. Parted with his entire Halloween candy stash. Oh, Rollo. Now, let's see here.
Kato began flipping through the pages, stopping when he hit a glowing word.
Get away with such a
He
grift.
continued flipping.
Only found in... Grub. Cart.
Reaching the end of the book, Kato looked up.
That's it. Grift. In. Grub. Cart? Grifton. Griffin. Griffin's grub cart. He wants me to go to Griffin's snack stand. Ah, brilliant. I guess you're off then. Good luck on the rest of the scavenger hunt. Thanks, Kato. Go to Griffin's snack stand. Can do. Buckaroo. This way? Backwards? Back to here? And then down, perhaps? Gonna assume that's this. Perfect. Hey, Griffin. Did Rollo
Before
come?
Luca could finish his sentence, Griffin handed him a corn dog.
Oh, that's it? Bought and paid for. Enjoy. I thought there was supposed to be a riddle or
Luca shrugged,
something.
taking a sizable bite out of the corn dog.
Yep. It's cold. Oh, that was like a yuck. It's cold. Oh, yeah, that's been sitting here for a while. Rollo wanted me to be sure to give you that one specifically. Well, that's just...
Luca tongued at his cheeks, feeling something rough between his teeth. He reached into his mouth and pulled out a slip of paper.
Oh, come on.
He shook off the bits of corn dog to read the slip.
A pickup when you need some pep. Near the fountain up the
Luca
step.
finished off the remainder
Coffee
of the corn
shop.
dog.
This is getting to be a whole thing. I'm pretty sure it's a coffee shop. Gotta go get some coffee. If I don't stop yawning, I'm going to beat myself up. I have been recording for 13 minutes, so we got a little ways to go. If I take a break, I am not sure that I'm gonna come back. Correct. There you are, Luca. There's no way I'm actually doing this. It's way below my pay grade. Oh, come on, you big stiff. Let the kids have some fun. Fine. But Rollo owes me one.
Waved his hands around sarcastically as he began.
Oh, it's a guy. What takes flight but has no wings? Your final task a friendship brings. See, that wasn't so hard. Hard. Ugh, I feel cheapened somehow. I think it's sweet. Takes flight but has no wings. Good luck, Luca. Balloons. Hey. Hey. Did you find the comic book? Yep. And you got the corn dog? Yeah. Well then. I know it doesn't make up for what I said. But here, you've earned this.
Rollo sheepishly handed Luca the balloons.
Aw. How sweet. 2 charms. Thanks. You didn't have to go to all this trouble. I'm sorry I got so mad. Dang it, you were supposed to let me apologize first. Oh, sorry. Now you've apologized twice before me. Just let me do this. Luca, I'm really sorry. With everything that's happened, with your mom and all, I've always wanted to be there for you. Be a good friend, you know? When you said you were hanging out with someone else, I kind of freaked out. Rollo, still my turn. I felt like if you needed some new friend to help you, it meant that I wasn't good enough. But that was selfish and wrong. I was wrong. I'm so sorry, Luca. Okay, apology over. You can talk
Luca
now.
threw himself at Rollo, hugging him as tightly as he could.
Aw. Rollo, I don't deserve you. I don't deserve you either. That's why we deserve each other. So, what else do you want to do today? We could snoop around and try to find out some info out about your mom. Huh. Snoop where? We could probably sneak into Perennial Harvest HQ while everyone's at the festival. Aren't you curious about all the stuff those clipboards write down? What if we get caught? I think we've had enough excitement for 1 week. Let's just make the rest of the day about us. Really? Yeah, the rest of the world can wait one more day. You know, I have been wanting to get some work done on the MCDC at Mission Control. The aim is a bit unpredictable. That sounds perfect. Head to the treehouse with Rollo. Oh, I've got my balloons. That's so cute. Did you hear? After Mr. Kerr gives his big speech, they're gonna have the first annual Biggest Catch competition. As long as a boot qualifies as a catch, I'm a shoo-in. Good luck. How punny. Oh, I almost forgot. I ran into your gran this morning. She asked me to give you this.
Rollo handed Luca an unopened letter.
I'll wait for you inside if you want to read it now. A letter?
Luca, some things are going to happen that might be difficult for you to understand. If I am honest, I hardly understand them myself. But whatever happens, I need you to know that I love you. None of this is fair to you. You have already lost so much. We both have. I wish there was a simpler way forward. But if there is, I haven't thought of it. God knows I've tried. Everything I've done, I did for you. I hope someday you can accept that. Love, Gran.
Gran, what do you know? What are you involved in? I love you too, Gran.
Luca folded the paper into his pocket and headed up the ladder.
That is an ominous letter to get from your grandma. What's up with the letter? Anything you want to talk about? Maybe later. Sure, whenever you want. You know, you really didn't have to go to all that trouble just to apologize. I know, but we'd been looking forward to the festival for weeks. After I ruined everything with my big mouth, this was the best way to make sure you still had a good time without me. Rollo.
Luca was at a loss for words, but that was fine. Words aren't always necessary.
The festival seemed nice. Was it nice? We can still go. Nah, this is fine. Well, there's always next year.
Sadly, this was untrue. A
Oh,
distant
God.
rumble shook the treehouse.
Huh? What was that? Oh man, we missed the
It
fireworks?
was not fireworks. It was something the boys couldn't possibly comprehend. Something as old and cruel as time itself. A shockwave of cold tore through the room. A bitter, unfathomable chill. Before they could react, it encased them in ice. Two boys, reunited by friendship, only to be cruelly separated by a malevolence beyond reason. And so, our story ends on this melancholy scene. In a silent treehouse turned statuary, in a town brought low by its secrets, sits a pair of friends, alone, together, for the rest of time. The end. No, that can't be the ending. It simply can't. I won't accept it, and I hope you won't either. There are more endings, more possibilities. I can feel it. We are just going to have to sort through them all until we find the one that fits.
I'm gonna do this one.
Luca began to respond, but the sky answered for him as the clouds above began to break, revealing patches of star-filled summer night. Moonlight filtered down, shimmering in the treetops.
Sure, you can meet Rollo. You're not going home? No, I promised Rollo I'd tell him
Luca
about...
stopped himself mid-sentence.
Promised you'd tell him what? Spit it out, bub. We're thick as thieves now. If there's a juicy secret, you've gotta tell me. Okay. You can come to the treehouse and I'll tell you both what happened. Heck yeah.
Luca saw Beck skulking by the gate.
So you're telling me there's nothing mysterious or creepy about this place? It's mostly boring and empty. I refuse to believe that. Big spiked gate, looming mansion, rich reclusive owners. It even smells shady.
Beck grabbed the wrought iron bars and shook the gate.
Mark my words, you decadent nightmare house. You will reveal your secrets to me. Oh. Oh. What did you do? First of all, I told you so. Second, hide. That's Eris Valentine. Who's she talking to? Shh. I expect you to return that suit in working order. Of course. As long as everything proceeds as planned, there's nothing to worry about. The only thing I'm worried about is what's rightfully mine. If that means making some unsavory alliances, so be it. I couldn't agree more. There comes a time to suspend hostilities. I'll deal with our common threat. Now this is what I was talking about.
Beck's voice was an excited whisper.
Proper shady stuff. Someone in a suit like that tried to grab me yesterday. Seriously? Shh. You do understand that when this all inevitably fails, I will deny everything. I wouldn't expect any less of you. You just worry about your part in this and let me handle the rest. I can't wait to see the look on that Rube Kerr's face. Yes, the truth will come to light. I'm still surprised you're so comfortable with the potential collateral damage. If there's one thing I've learned, it's that change is painful. Wow, I was expecting shady, but that's just flat out supervillain talk. If you don't mind me asking, why? Why are you doing all of this?
The mysterious figure retracted their mask, hair pushing out from all corners.
I was gonna guess it's Gran. I was right. Family.
A chill ran down Luca's spine, his vision blurred. Beck stifled a sharp wince, and Luca looked down to see himself wrenching her hand.
The hair kind of gave it away, but I was thinking with the way she's like doing this, I was like, I feel like that might be Gran. An answer I can certainly respect.
Gran tousled her hair back under the face mask.
Just remember, keep everything nice and normal until the festival. I don't need lessons in rousing
Gran
suspicion.
gave Eris a curt nod and disappeared into the... Chapter 5. What big ears you have. Lucas sat shivering in the bushes, staring at his feet. After checking to make sure the coast was clear, Beck gave him a gentle tug on his sweater.
What's wrong? You look like you've seen a ghost. Why were you so scared of that old lady in the hazmat suit? That was my gran. That was your gran. Yeah. Okay, well, I'm sure there is a perfectly reasonable explanation for all of this. Let's just get to the treehouse and figure things out there. Lead the way. Meet up with Rollo at the treehouse once again. Let's go, Beck. Let's go. It's not that way. I'm getting lost. For the last time, there's nothing to worry about. Of course, we're not worried.
The clipboard finished writing with a scratchy flourish and looked up.
Just dotting our I's and crossing our T's. Well, maybe try minding your P's and Q's.
Mr. Nuncreed, arms crossed over his paunch, gave an exhausted sigh.
If there's anything you need knowing, you'll know it. Absolutely. If you'll just sign here acknowledging everything is accurate, we'll be out of your hair in a flash. Oh, for the love of...
He snatched the pad and scribbled his name so hard the pen nearly snapped.
There. And would you like my eternal soul as well?
The clipboards looked at each other for a moment, almost pondering the possibility, then broke into laughter as they walked away.
I feel like they would laugh like that. Mr. Nuncreed. Hi, Mr. Nuncreed. Luca, let me give you some advice. The next time someone you don't know asks to hear your thoughts, give 'em a good hard bop right in the kisser. Oh, Gran tells me to just keep away from the clipboards. It's really impossible to not, like, vibe to this music for a minute. Part of that reminds me of Earthbound. Anyway, that's good, that's good. Your gran is a smart lady, Luca. Smart lady. Speaking of which, you'd better run along home now. Too dark out to be wandering on your own. The answers you seek will be revealed to you in due time. The question is, the figure intoned, are you prepared to live with the truth? No. Another day, another dollar. See you tomorrow, Z. Have you noticed how all the perennial harvest folks order the same drink? Decaf cappuccino with extra foam. Why? I don't know. Just thought it's a little odd. Pretty weird for sure. Well, the customer's always right. See you bright and early tomorrow. I can't wait.
William Kerr and Gus Valentine proudly surveyed the half-covered festival banner.
It's all coming together quite nicely. Couldn't have done it without you.
The mayor gave a half-hearted shrug.
I'm not so sure about that. Nonsense! That reminds me, I wasn't able to thank your sister for her contributions. Yes, she has been indisposed of late. She doesn't much like me, does she? Oh, no, that's not it at all. She's just been busy. Of course. Regardless, I would be forever grateful if you could pass my thanks on to her. The History Museum adds a real air of import to the whole affair. And we couldn't very well celebrate the story of Beacon Pines without including the Valentines. My father was a great man. You're darn tootin' he was.
Locked his arm on Gus's shoulder.
But I mean the entire Valentine family, present company included. Can I ask you something, Mr. Kerr? Call me William. Ask away. William, why are you doing all of this? Gosh, I've never felt one needed a compelling reason to throw a party. Not just the festival. all of this? There's gotta be 100 down-on-their-luck towns out there. Why is Perennial Harvest so invested in helping Beacon Pines? You know what I love most about the agriculture business? Seeds. Seeds? Yep, little bundles of potential.
With a glimmer in his eye, Kurt gestured grandly toward the horizon.
That's my impression of that face. You treat a seed right, nurture it, feed it, and it can grow into something truly special. You see potential here? Undoubtedly. The seed of greatness is already under our feet. All it needs is a little nudge. And the right leadership, of course. Oh. Good night, Mayor Valentine. He's like, and by the right leadership, you don't mean me, do you? Please just let me get to the treehouse. Oh my god. Oh, this is nice. Yeah, the treehouse is just a little further on from here. So what's your buddy Rollo like? Rollo? He's... Rollo. Not particularly helpful. Sorry, I've just never thought about it. Lots of energy. He's funny, even when he's not trying to be. Things have been tough for his family since the foul harvest. It's about damn time you tell me what this foul harvest thingy is. It's kinda a long story. Hit me with the highlights. Okay. There used to be a fertilizer company here called Valentine's. They were kind of a big deal. Ooh, big deal, fertilizer. It was a big deal to us. Their stuff really worked. Farmers loved it. So Valentine's grew and grew. Beacon Pines pretty much grew around it. Most everyone in town either worked for Sharper Valentine or used his fertilizer. Things were good. I'm sensing a big but. Around 6 years ago, Sharper Valentine suddenly died. And something changed. Changed how? Could have been a bad batch. Maybe it was in the water, or air, or soil. Nobody knows. But all the crops died. And everyone blamed the Valentines. The foul harvest. Yeah. Valentine's fertilizer went out of business. Half the town lost their jobs. Sheesh. The next year, the crops came back, but something was different. You plant a crop, do everything right, and it's sort of a crapshoot what happens. And no one knows why. Nope. I take it Rollo's farm got the short end of the stick. Yep, for some reason their farm was hit harder than others. That sucks. Things have gotten better since Perennial Harvest came to town. The Beacon Pines Reborn initiative. Yep, first thing they did was give the town a deep scrub. They even put us up in hotels one town over for a week while they decontaminated the groundwater. We'd better get going. So is the goo the decontamination? Possibly? Don't know. It's about time. I was about to give up and go home. Who's the new kid? Name's Beck. You must be Rollo. I see my reputation precedes me. Welcome to Mission Control.
Rollo waggled his head with pride.
Mission Control. You'll find we've spared no expense in construction. I've seen worse-looking piles of junk. Thanks. Hey, Luca, you know the security concerns we talked about? Yeah? While I was waiting, I made some improvements. Let me lock this baby down for a little test infiltration. Can't be too safe these days. My nose tickles. He goes all out, doesn't he? Always lavish. Nice. How many times is it gonna make me? Oh, now it's moving. Great. Oh gosh, I was not facing the right direction at all. Come on. Noise. Where did you guys get all this junk in the first place? There's a guy in town named Jeff who trades his junk for snacks. Junk food for junk. Nice. It's pretty sweet. So, pretty sweet security, right? It was imaginative, I'll give you that. Luca, are we sure we can trust the new recruit? I'll vouch for her. Thanks, I guess. Oh, Luca, you promised to fill me in about the Valentine warehouse.
Luca sucked in a long breath.
So, like I said, there was someone there. What were they doing? I don't know, but the place was lit up and active. Maybe they were squatters? I don't think so. It seemed more organized. When the man pulled me in, I saw some sort of equipment running. A man pulled you in? Yeah, but I got away. You keep saying it was a man. They were wearing a mask, right? Yeah? Then it could have been a woman. How did you get away? I grabbed a rock or something and broke their mask. They let go and I ran. Dang. That's intense. No wonder you freaked out when you saw your grandma. Yeah, that's the other part. On our way here, Beck and I saw Eris Valentine meeting with Gran, wearing the same sort of hazmat suit.
Let out a low whistle.
And they weren't there for idle chit-chat. It was a proper clandestine meetup. So, let me get this straight. There's an operation in full swing at the Valentine warehouse. You were almost abducted by a strange man or woman in a protective suit. And then you saw your Gran in the same suit talking to Eris Valentine. Pretty much. I'm beginning to think this town is kinda awesome.
Rolo and Luca shot back a look.
No offense. And so, we can logically conclude aliens or alien zombies have infiltrated the town. And their leader is your Gran, and she tried to murder you. First of all, and for the last time, there are no aliens. Second, it couldn't have been my Gran at the warehouse. I broke that person's mask to get away. The mask Gran was wearing wasn't damaged. But she's definitely hiding something. Maybe. Your Gran is weird, but she might be the most boring person in the universe. All she does is sit around all day making jam. What could she possibly have to hide? I don't know, we haven't talked much since she moved in. Moved in? Your Gran isn't from here? No, she came a few months back to take care of me after his mom went missing. Did you know your Gran before? Not really, no. Kinda wondered that. Is it not really his grandma? She just somebody? And everybody just kind of accepted her as his grandma? Because she's definitely not a goat or a deer or whatever he is. She's like a fox or something. I don't even remember. Oh my gosh. That nap is coming for me. It's been years since I'd seen her. Luca, don't take this the wrong way. But are we sure your Gran is on the up and up?
Luca gazed out the window.
I'm just saying. It sounds like strange stuff has been happening since she showed up. We could say the same thing about your family, but you're right. Luca, your Gran is hiding something. And Pa always says folks only bury stuff worth digging up. We need to investigate your house. If Gran really is hiding something, don't you think I would have noticed by now? That's kind of the whole point of hiding something. I guess you're right. Gran's been leaving the house for hours at a time this week. I'll call you two tomorrow when the coast is clear. And we can start getting to the bottom of this. I'm always game for a good snoop. You can count me in.
Chapter 6.
Okay. This episode is a little bit shorter, but I am yawning like crazy, and I don't want to keep doing that for another 20 minutes. So, for now, we're going to end this episode here. I will either come back later or tomorrow for the next episode. Regardless, you guys are going to have to wait to watch it anyway, because I'm not going to upload it that quickly. So anyway, I will see you guys next time, and we will see more of what's going on in this game. I really, really love it, and I hope you guys are enjoying it too. Bye.